The pilot was shouting. The plane was shaking. High above the clouds, billionaire Marcus Dane's private jet was moments away from crashing. Flames burst from one wing as panicked passengers gripped their seats. On board were powerful politicians, foreign investors, and Marcus himself, whose empire stretched across 5 continents. The jet had just taken off from a remote airstrip after a brief visit to an underdeveloped village he intended to transform into a luxury resort. But fate had other plans. Earlier that day, the aircraft had experienced unusual resistance on the runway. A strange sound, metal grinding, had gone ignored. The onboard diagnostics showed nothing wrong. Marcus, always impatient, demanded they take off. But 30 minutes into the air, a fire alarm blared. The cabin tilted violently. The pilot declared an emergency and prepared for an immediate return. The problem? They were flying over a mountainous region with no proper airbase in sight. The only place they could land was the same rural strip they'd just left, a dusty, uneven field surrounded by crumbling houses and rusty tractors. As the plane jolted down and skidded on landing, smoke spewed from beneath the fuselage. Everyone scrambled out. Panic grew. The left wheel axle had cracked, bending the undercarriage. Fuel was leaking. Sparks flew. It could explode any second. Someone yelled for help, but there were no engineers. No tools, no rescue team. Just a crowd of villagers staring helplessly. That's when a man pushed through. Grease-stained shirt, calloused hands. 33-year-old Amon, the same man Marcus's bodyguard, had mocked earlier that day for standing too close to the jet. Amon was a local mechanic, never trained, never licensed, but known in the village for fixing anything from broken water pumps to ancient tractors. Without a word, Amon ran to his shed. He didn't have aviation tools, only a set of battered spanners, a blowtorch, and a large, chipped hammer he called his partner. He grabbed a coil of wire, an old bearing, and raced back. "You'll kill yourself," someone shouted. But a man crawled under the smoking jet. He knew the stress point. He had seen a similar problem once on a bus axle. With steady hands, he hammered a bent steel plate back into shape, reinforcing it with scrap metal and wire. Every bang of the hammer echoed like a heartbeat against the panic around him. Marcus stood frozen, watching in disbelief as this unknown villager risked his life under a jet that could ignite any moment. Sweat drenched Amon's face, but his eyes remained steady. His hands didn't tremble. In 15 minutes, the leak was sealed. The support structure was patched. It was rough but strong enough to taxi. The pilot double-checked. "We can fly," he whispered in awe. The jet took off again, slowly but safely. Inside, no one spoke. But Marcus turned to look out the window and saw Amon still standing there, dirt on his face, hammer in hand,